as we get set for Island Storm basketball. Peter Ruttgazer alongside Gord McNeely, and Gord, Island Storm trying to get out of a funk here. They've lost, what is this now, 4 in a row. They just have 1 win in the last 6, and this is a battle for the final playoff spot in the Atlantic Division. And this Cape Breton team, boy, what a turnover in their roster. They started the season off with 7 rookies, and they've come around here. They're 5-5 in their last 10, so this should be interesting. Yeah,
this is a good basketball team. Cape Breton just got to find their stride, and they're finding it now. But, I mean, they've lost a few, too. Like, this league is so difficult and tough. And this is going to be a flat-out fight between both these teams. They know what's at stake here, and they both need wins very badly.
Last time these two teams played each other, January the 27th, and it was all Storm in that contest, 126-112 over Cape Breton. Cape Breton coming off, wow, they got whooped. And I mean whooped big time. 147-109 to Moncton, but then again, Moncton, they're beating a lot of teams this season. The Storm, they're coming off a 115-100 loss to Moncton, and we're underway. And right off the bat, a turnover. This is Devon Maxwell talking to Coach Spahn. He wants to shut down number 13 as well as try to shut down Session.
Yeah, that's 2 tough things to do.
There's a long-range shot. That's Tyler Scott. He is in the lineup. What a performance he had in that 115-100 loss. In 16 minutes of work, 18 points and 5 rebounds. And Coach Tim Kendrick said, hey, listen, he's got to go into the starting lineup, so he gets a start here this evening.
Yeah, and that's good. And Tyler Scott's going to be a pro. He's got to guard Harry Stewart to start this thing. So, I mean, there's no rest here. But if he gets hot early, he can put up huge numbers.
Here's Franklin. Session on the elbow is going to drive, lost it momentarily, and they're going to call Franklin for the travel. Franklin Session, 25 points, 15 rebounds in that last outing against Moncton.
And tough guy to stop, and I think he's going to be ready for this one. He's going to come out and attack.
There's Bigelow. Samasi Jr. Trying to turn the corner, stops, goes off the iron, and Henry with the rebound. And Coach Spahn, he loves number 22, Jerron Henry. Says he likes the fact that he does all the little things, sets picks, does the dirty work. So he's got a fan in the head coach of the Cape Breton Highlanders.
Yeah, and don't forget the Storm is when you bring Anderson in the starting lineup, he is really playing well, and he's a big addition to this team. So they have Anderson and Henry in. Those are 2 guys that weren't here before Christmas. So you know, it takes this team a little bit of time. So you know, have faith in the Storm team because they got all the pieces.
Inbounds pass here, 8 on the shot clock. Henry. Now a drive here by Maxwell and the slam down.
That's a good 2 points of the first 2 points of the game right there. 2-hand dunk. Just turns the corner so well.
Malik Story, former Moncton player, over here for Bigelow, and he drains the tray.
Yep. Big shot there, but missed it.
Rebound brought down by Malik Story. And driving, Beatty, and lays it off the glass and in.
Yeah, and that was a nice job getting to the paint, and that's what they got to do. The Cape Breton's got to attack early with all 4 or 5 positions here.
Henry on the perimeter. Anderson, he goes baseline, can't make the shot. Beatty skies and gets the rebound. Bigelow up the court, bounce pass inside for Oseande. And some good defense to begin with. I know it's a small serving size here, but a good start here for the Storm.
Yeah, Cape Breton's they're being aggressive, and that's what they have to do. They have to make sure they get good shots early, and then that'll open up your shots from the perimeter.
Maxwell lost it. And that's going to be a foul against Cape Breton. And Malik Story will be charged with that foul. Maxwell lost it. Inbound pass to Session. Tries to get it in the low post for Maxwell. Back the other way. This is Massey. Story missed that one. He's saying that he got fouled.
Tipped.
And
Henry says he didn't touch it, but I mean, just a great play to even contest that shot.
So I don't think he was saying he was fouled. He was saying that the shot was tipped.
Yeah.
So
got it in the air.
Turnaround shot off the iron. Henry again, another board. Tyler Scott. Franklin will defer to Maxwell. Scott, he's got some room here. Good job there by Beatty to keep that play alive.
And Beatty's a veteran. You gotta make sure you contain. There's a good contain.
Nice play there defensively by the Storm.
Yeah, quick hands by Anderson.
Anderson in the paint, and he slips. Fadeaway Jay, and he knocks that one down.
This is a little John Travolta in there. And that's the way you work on it in YBC.
So 7:52 left in the first quarter, just basically underway. 5-4 lead for the Highlanders. Into the post. Oseande tried to make the extra pass to Massey, and it goes off a Storm player. 8 seconds left on the shot clock.
Yeah, Massey's looking for the alley-oop there. He's averaging 19.3 points per game, so you have to watch out where he is. He's an insta scorer.
Massey with the ball.
3 on the shot clock.
Got to do something. Loose ball. Oseande, he gets that rebound.
That's a big possession for Oseande to keep that ball alive.
In the corner here for Bigelow.
They can't do anything with it though. Look at that pass.
Oh, nice pass. And that's going to be a foul against Cape Breton to Massey. And he's trying to have a conversation with the official, and he gets the explanation. Take a look at it.
And just pass up ahead, cuts to the basket, and that's trusting your teammates and getting to know each other. That pass wouldn't have happened if Henry didn't have a few games in the lineup, because then, you know, Maxwell knows what he's going to do. So they're starting to learn to play together, and that's very, very important.
Now Cape Breton, they're without Duke Monde. He's been suspended for 2 games. This is the first of 2. He'll also miss the game on the weekend against Halifax. Bit of a altercation, I guess you could say, with an official. Jumper by Story, loose ball. Storm come down with it. This is Maxwell running the court. Almost out of control. Anderson backing him up. They kick it out. Scott, oh, nice pass inside. Anderson again. Oseande in there defensively. That looked like a hack on Oseande's part, but no call made by the official.
Oseande stood on his head and saved his team some points.
And there's Malik Story as he just drains that 3 ball. And talking to Coach Spahn, having Story in the lineup, getting him on board allows things to open up because he can hit that 3.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it was a flare pass. That's a set possession or a play.
Into the post for Henry. 5 on the clock. Little hook shot. Can't get it to roll. Oseande with the board.
This game is fast. Look at the speed.
Bigelow stops, pops, rolls around off the cylinder.
He's looking for a foul on the wrist. Look at the deep post position in there.
And that's going to be a foul against Oseande.
I mean, Oseande is averaging 13 points a game, doing big things. And with Monday in the lineup, you know, that's a big loss for this team. So they're going to have to score a little bit better. You know, Bigelow's only averaging 6 points per game, but he's going to have to play big and score big. You see him there chatting with the referees. He's saying, hey, man, somebody just hammered me on my wrist.
You know, talking to Coach Kendrick today. I came for shoot around, and he said, we got to score those easy buckets. And, you know, we talked about the game against Moncton, the 115-100 loss. He stopped counting at 11 easy buckets that his team, he felt, should have had. There's 22 points. Add on top of that, again, and I know folks are tired of hearing this, but again, all kinds of troubles at the charity stripe, only shooting 50%. They were 17 of 34, and I looked at the stats. I talked to Coach Kent, and he just rolled his eyes, and he looked to the heavens, and he said, you know, if we could just get that part of our game down pat, you know.
Well, it's like when people get quarantined with foul shots. You know, like, like, oh, you're over here. Once one guy's quarantined, then the next guy's and then it just spreads like some sickness, and you get thinking about it. Not to mention that every shot's important in this league. So, you know, just get to the foul line, take a deep breath, exhale, and pretend you're at the spa and shoot it.
Yeah, I mean, you get, say, 70% of your free throws in that game. And as Coach said, he stopped counting at 11 easy buckets. You make half of those, you win the game.
Yeah.
You know, so I know, you know, hindsight is 50-50, but I don't know.
I mean,
they've got to fix that situation.
They might be hoping for 50-50. Who knows at the foul line.
So at the line here is Henry, and there you go.
And you see, you just made me nervous for these foul shots, Peter.
So Henry's looking for somebody to tap, and nobody's around. They're all talking with the referee, and he makes both of them. So that's a good start for the Storm. So Tornsteig Jr. is checked in. Henry, he goes, high-fives everybody. Good vibe coming from that Storm bench here.
Yeah, and their benches, with Tyler Scott in the lineup, you get to bring like an Andre Stringer in at this point of the game. And that adds a lot.
And Stringer is another person that Coach Spahn said we got to shut him down big time, because if he goes off and hits his first couple of shots, it could be a long night for us, he said.
Oh, yeah, he's just a spark plug. He's got good experience. I mean, he's well sorted, saying hello to his family down in the United States, watching. No, they're watching. He's got a big cheering crowd. He's played big basketball in the United States, so let's try this inbound now for like the 15th time here.
Yeah.
Passing it back and forth.
Yep. Speaking of Andre Stringer, former Mr. Basketball in the state of Mississippi, played at LSU. No look pass by Maxwell, and out of the reach of Session and Franklin. I don't think he was expecting that. And Devon says, my bad.
No, and it's good. Like those things go well in practice, but when you have defenders on you, that's a nice shot.
There's Malik's Story doing what he does best, shooting it from outside. Another three ball from number 10 for Cape Breton.
But you'd like to see the Storm running a few of those sets. Oh,
Franklin, and he comes right back and replies.
That's stopping on a dime. That's what the expression means. Bang. Cross job, brings it back, shoots a beautiful jumper.
Highlanders by 2.
If Session can get that mid-range going, he becomes almost unstoppable.
Here's Story. Another shot from range, and that's the big man, Chris Braswell. And this is a major addition to this team. He's played a few games now, but Coach Spahn, he's wanted him for a number of years when he was in Moncton. A big man that can shoot, but he likes him in the low post. He feels there aren't too many teams that have answers for him, and there's Franklin coming right back again, so Franklin is feeling it.
And his traditional celebration, bang, bang.
Massey wide open. Loose ball. Oh, good hustle. That was Beatty that came in for the tap in.
And the story of the Storm season is you got to capitalize on your momentum. You have to get a stop right there to keep your momentum in check and going.
Anderson's jumper no good.
He wants to be, he thought he was pushed.
And we're about ready to see get our first appearance of Chris Johnson.
You get that kind of toughness in at the 4-minute mark. That's solid. So Storm getting healthier. Brad State's again not in the lineup tonight, but
Chris Johnson shooting 17.4 points per game, 4.6 rebounds, and that's Massey. Stringer going up against Malik Story.
Oh, man.
Step back, Jay.
Can't get it.
And he misses it.
That's a nice play right there. That's a really nice play by Dyke. I didn't know what the ref was going to call, but woo, heads up.
So now coming into the game for the Highlanders, it's going to be number 22, Osiande, and also Rick Bodiford.
And this Highlander team is counterpunching very well.
There's a floater by
You got to get back
Johnson.
here. You got to get back here, Peter, because this is where they're hurting you, right? In transition.
Braswell bounce pass to Bodiford.
He's got a hand on him. Yeah.
And he gets it to roll. So
know.
the hoop and the harm.
Yeah, and he's just huge. That's a huge, huge post presence. I mean, Chris Johnson is no slouch. Yeah, the ref is going to, good job with that foul. I mean, just gives up so much size and strength in there that.
And the one thing that Coach Spahn said, bringing in Braswell and Malik Story, they brought in some professionalism. They brought in a positive vibe that's really helped this team.
Yeah, this is a good team. I mean, both these teams are playing well. The difference is that the Storm can't stop the transition or the broken plays, offensive rebounds, the stuff that you just have to have instinct. Okay, Breton is.
Oh, what a move by Devon Maxwell. We've seen that several times this season. That's a real sweet move by 13.
That's an offensive foul. Yeah, he came down. Osiane came down. He's in foul trouble now. He came down and he bullied his way in that position. And so that's two positive plays by the Storm. That's what we're talking about. You need those. You need 3 of those. 1, 2, and then you got to score here to become a winning team. So we'll see how this possession goes.
So Osiande has to come out of the game for the Highlanders. Dyke Jr. spin move. That was in and out. 21-14 for the Highlanders. Into the paint, Bodiford, nobody there defending him. He can't finish, but he gets fouled.
Yeah, and what a great post up. You know, he got inside position in there, Bodiford did, and Stringer was on the wrong side of that, and just offensive player used his position and size, a nice little dump pass, and away you go.
Both these teams go into the contest 10-15 records. And Coach Spahn said this is a big game for us mentally, because if they can win here, this will be the first time this season they put themselves into a playoff position. Still a lot of basketball left to play, but he feels it'll be a big boost to them mentally.
It sure would. And the Storm right now, you can't. That was a bad screen, and it's just those little things right now. You find yourself down 8. It's going to take a lot of energy to come back in this first half. So
this is Bodiford.
it's a mismatch in size.
Bigelow thought about stepping back. Over here for Story again, and he missed that one.
And coaches, what you see in this league too is that you'll see a lot of this in the first quarter, because coaches don't want to use their timeouts. So that's what's happening. You see a lot of kind of scrappy ball, and it's going back and forth, mistakes. And then in the second quarter, they use their timeouts because they know having an advantage or playing well in that second quarter is crucial.
Late stages of the first quarter. Franklin on the perimeter. Look at Franklin's session. Get out of town. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
What a crossover move there by agent number 6.
Yeah. And for Cape Breton, they missed an assignment defensively there. Reynolds didn't see the help side.
Turnover by Cape Breton. Torrance Dyke Jr. Session. Maxwell for 3. Off the glass and in.
And that's going to be a timeout there. So coach, Cape Breton coach is not going to wait. That's how important this run is. The storm is on. So he's calling a timeout with 1 minute left.
Coach Tim Kendrick, a big smile on his face there at the Storm bench. And, you know, we always talk about close out quarters properly. And here the Storm did it. Or not yet, still 127, but they're getting to the end of this first quarter on a nice little stretch here.
Yeah, and that play came out because there was a mismatch. They switched on it. They got the matchup they wanted, and they attacked it. We haven't seen that much with the Storm, causing mismatches and stuff. So positive action. Remember I said you need 3 good possessions when you're down. You need 3 good possessions to win games. The Storm got 4 that time, caused the timeout.
And there you see Franklin. He's doing a lot of the talking there in that huddle. And this Storm team, they desperately need to snap this 4-game losing skid. And this is probably going to be the right tonic for them, taking on a team that, as I mentioned, a lot of basketball left, but you want to hang on to that final playoff spot.
Oh, you have to hang on
to
that final
playoff
spot.
Yeah.
Like, that's the mentality. That's why you're playing 40 games. I mean, to get into playoffs. I mean, they went from first probably in November. They were on first place playing well, and then injuries hit them. Takes guys a long time to come back. You lose the chemistry, and you just got to kind of stick together in those down times, because that's what defines you as a person, as a basketball player, what you do when your back's against the wall.
They had their trip to Ontario canceled because of bad weather. Those games will be rescheduled later on, and I'm thinking that could be a godsend for this team. Get themselves in order, get their game back in order, and then make that trip later on in the season, and then they'll probably be more prepared.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Peter, because we were announcing those games, and they were not ready to go face the London Lightning at that time.
Oh, nice turnaround shot there by Bodiford. I don't know how he sank that one.
And there needs to be a switch. This Cape Breton team is big at all their positions, really, with the exception of Bigelow. So that matchup is hurting them, Stringer and Bodiford, because he just gives up so much size.
24-19 for Cape Breton.
Oh.
Loose ball, and that's going to be a foul on Beatty.
And Maxwell was working from the time that ball crossed center. He was in the key working for that basketball. So look at him working. Gets his hand ripped out there.
Inbounds pass, and Maxwell is hacked once again, I think. See what the call is here, as the officials have a little bit of a word. So another inbounds play.
They're really forcing the baseline.
From the corner, and Stringer off the mark. He's looking at the referee. He thought he was fouled. Turn in the corner. Oh, that was a nice circus shot right there, as that was Jamal Reynolds.
And you know, this is think about it, Peter. This is after the Cape Breton timeout at 1:27. I mean, you take a bad shot, and then you're giving a layup up on the other side. So you've got to make sure you end quarters well.
So Reynolds out of Canisius in Buffalo. He'll head to the line, try to make a three-point play.
Yeah, bright talent here.
Can't make it. 42 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 26-19 lead for the Highlanders.
You got a chance for a 2-for-1 here. So they're going to look for a quick score, potentially.
Maxwell wants to drive.
Oh, that's a great play.
And a foul. It's going to be against Braswell. And this Highlanders team, talked about it, they took it on the chin in their last game, 147-109. Talking to Coach Spahn, they had one of those mini buses. Can you imagine 13 guys in a, like kind of a minivan, kind of like a minivan, traveling from Sydney to Moncton? Are you kidding me? They got there late, about an hour before the game, so you're totally out of your routine. You got those concrete legs by being in that bus, and nothing worked for them that night. So you know they want a little bit of redemption here this evening in Charlottetown.
Yeah. A mini bus. Oh, man.
Unbelievable.
0.7 in the differential here in the shot clock, so they're going to run this down and try to shoot with about a second left.
Massey, he's directing traffic here.
And running good action, too.
Here's a drive by Bodiford, puts it up, and he's fouled.
It was a great possession by Cape Breton. They're running action, and they did it very well. But you shot with 10 seconds on the shot clock, so the Storm could get a good shot here. They got Scott in to shoot. They brought Osei in to, you know, handle the point, fresh legs.
And that was in and out.
Playing well, Bodiford is. Really good start to this game.
And he makes the second. Cape Breton by 6.
Oh, through the legs.
Osei into the game. Put back here by Thorndyke Jr., and he gets it to go.
He's saying hello to some fans over there.
So, after the first quarter, Storm down by 4. And I don't know, how do you think they finished out that first quarter? I mean, it looked kind of iffy there, but
they finished out, well, after that timeout, there was only 1:27 left. And they did okay. They kind of fell asleep a little bit, but you've got to get back and defend. I mean, I think back to their out-of-bounds play. That out-of-bounds play, if you don't get a good shot, work it around to the other side. Make sure you're getting something attacking. Cape Breton did a great job in that first quarter on the road of counter-punching, being there, being present, and doing the little things. So this game is kind of exactly what we thought it was going to be.
Let's tell you about tickets, folks. You want to get down here and watch some games because some fantastic basketball being played. To get Storm tickets, phone the Eastlink Center box office at 902-629-6625, 902-629-6625 to get tickets, or come on down to the Eastlink Center box office at 46 Kensington Road in Charlottetown. Box office hours 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Upcoming games, check this out. February the 19th, that's Islander Day. It's a holiday here in the province. St. John, they come to town. You get a chance to see Gabe Freeman and Horace Wormley. And then on Thursday, March the 1st, the Halifax Hurricanes, one of the top teams in this league, Antoine Mason, Billy White. So 2 great games coming up, so get your tickets, and you won't be disappointed. As I mentioned, some outstanding basketball being played here in the NBLC.
Yeah. And say hello to us. We're reading the thread on YouTube, so if you have any questions for Peter or myself, my name's Gordon. It's Peter Ruckgazer here doing a great job. So saying hello to the Cape Breton fans. You know, there's some good fan base up there. I used to love playing in Cape Breton back when university days. So, I mean, saying hello to some fans out there, and let us know if you have any questions on the stream.
And now that they're playing some better basketball, they brought in some new faces. I would think that that's energized the fan base there. Things weren't looking too good at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, I don't know. They'll be. Cape Breton's a great spot. They'll be out. They'll support this team. Yeah. So some people talking about Gabe Freeman on the thread too. So Gabe Freeman he went to Iraq, did he?
Oh, did he? Oh,
yeah,
he's gone.
He's gone.
Okay.
So St. John's going to miss him. Open look for Scott.
Tyler Scott, that rolls around. Here's a jumper by Massey.
That looks really smooth. I mean, Massey's averaging almost 20 points a game, so.
Osei, little fake. Top of the key. No good save there by Reynolds. Here's Story, he's wide open.
They're lucky. The Storm are lucky on that possession. I mean, you got to get back and pick up a shooter like that. You cannot leave him wide open.
Low post. Henry, no look pass for Johnson. A little floater, misses, but he's fouled and he'll head to the charity stripe. So that's a real disappointment. Gabe Freeman is gone. So,
yeah, it just came about, I think last week, fans would know. Mid last week, but we wish him the best, and what a great player, personality.
Yeah, and just brought, as you said, brought so much personality and energy to the game. Such a passionate player.
Yeah. So the St. John have signed Taekwon Gord?
I guess that would be Gord.
Yeah. So I haven't seen him, don't know him, but I'm sure he's going to be an adequate and very good replacement. So best wishes to him for sure.
And we'll be seeing them on Monday, the 19th, as I just mentioned.
What was that?
Baseline, this is Massey. Here's a three, and they get that one to go. That's Bodiford, who's had a pretty good game here so far for Cape Breton.
Hasn't he? He's doing everything right, and that looks really smooth. Good rhythm.
Henry inside for Johnson, and can't get the roll.
Yeah, good cut, though. I like that cut.
Here's Bodiford, catch, shoot, left it short. Massey gets the rebound, back to Bodiford again, window went in. And timeout call, and Coach Tim Kendrick, he needs to talk things over a little bit.
Yeah, and Bodiford is going off on this team right now. You cannot have that. It's just, you've got to do something about that. You can't let him catch the ball. And now he's feeling it. Like, this league is about confidence. When these pros get confidence, forget it. And that's what you're seeing now with Bodiford. He's just feeling it. He's getting the ball where he wants to. And something's got to change. Because really, he's averaging 8.7 points per game on the season, and he's already up to 13, 14 points for this one. So there's a containment issue right now with the Storm.
And Duke Monde not playing. He has that suspension. He's the go-to guy for Coach Spahn. So I think everybody realizes everybody's got to step up here and try to make a contribution without Duke Monde in there.
Yeah. And a real, Peter, the biggest issue today has been transition defense. Transition defense. The other team's fast break is coming, and it's destroying the Storm. It just causes so much pressure on a team. But in likewise, the Cape Breton team is doing a fantastic job of hitting their fast break, one, two dribbles with the point guard, and then they put it up to their 3 or the 4 position. And it's simple basketball. That's exactly what you're taught, but they're doing it very well.
Now, in the case of the Storm, is it a case of them not getting back in time and picking up their men, or?
The goal is in transition. You have to stop whoever's in your area or whoever. You want to be able to pick up who you're guarding, but that's not always possible. So you have to stop the ball, and there's not enough position. There's not enough time to say, "Oh, where's my man? I got to go over." And that's all these players need is that second. And it starts with getting great shots like that one.
Maxwell with the hook shot, sinks it.
Now Cape Breton can't fast break, so Storm get back and they can set. See how they're all set in position? They know where their men are.
Burdine is into the contest, number 3 for the Storm. Out of Holland College here in Charlottetown. Off-balance shot by Massey. Burdine with a rebound. Maxwell directing traffic. He gets tangled up with Massey. And a foul against Bruce Massey Jr. Tyler Scott inbound the ball here. 9:39 remaining in the second quarter. 34-27 lead for the Highlanders. In the corner, Henry tries his luck. Brought down by Bodiford. A little bit of a press there from the Storm. Braswell.
We're trying to get into this physical mismatch right here.
Braswell into the post. After it again, gets it back. Little hook shot, no good, but ball's loose. Henry gets it. Back the other way. Henry drives. And he banks it off the glass for the deuce.
You see that time, Cape Breton was trying to beat him with power and strength, and the Storm came back with the same big man with speed and agility. So it's just very good play by Henry.
And I can see how the Storm might have some problems with 32 here this evening. In the paint. That shot's no good by Massey. Henry. Maxwell, no look pass to Osei. Oh, in and out of the cylinder. As Kimi Osei, that was a sweet shot, just couldn't sink it.
And we don't see that very often. Uncontested, wide open threes. Very good job by the Storm getting that shot.
Here's the Montreal native, Kimi Osei. He's going to check out. Franklin back in there. Franklin Session, number 6. Tyler Scott, Maxwell, Henry, and Bourdin are the fivesome out there for the Storm. Story into the paint, puts one up. Devon with the rebound. Session behind the back pass. Oh, can't get it to go. Didn't roll in for Henry.
He wanted to foul.
Oh, nice. Smart move by Tyler Scott. And Henry.
Oh, boys.
Oh, can't get it. Session is there. Little putback, and that goes in. I love that play by Tyler Scott. Didn't grab the ball. He punched it.
Yeah.
And pushed it ahead. That is real sharp. And it's little things like that, right, Gord?
Yeah. Well, you remember, these guys can play basketball, and it's exactly right for you. Those little things, kind of just punching it ahead, being unselfish, and then watching that, it looked like Bambi taking his first steps around the basket here. I didn't know if he was going to stay on his feet. Like, what the? And he almost got it to go in. That's skilled enough, but.
And then Franklin followed up on it.
Yeah.
But it's a shame we couldn't take that back a little bit more, because the creativity, you know, I know it's a little thing, but just to tap that ball ahead was just a real smart move. And that's why he's in the starting lineup here and get more playing time. Here it is right there. Yeah. That's beautiful. Thanks to the truck for bringing that up. I mean, that was just a sharp play.
I wonder if the people in the truck can get us somebody wearing something pink too, just for fun. Could you find somebody wearing something pink? Oh my goodness. That's how good they are. But man, listen, the Storm got themselves back in this basketball game. Oh, look, there you go.
There we go.
This crew is pretty unbelievable. Universal Media. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the Storm, they got back into this game. And down by 3, 7:41 remaining in the second quarter.
And Mishak Lufal into the game too for the Storm. So, you know, their bench is getting a lot deeper.
And Mishak, he had that high ankle sprain, missed some time. And the former Cape Breton Caper gonna get his first taste of action in this one.
And he can score quickly. Boom. He'll get 4 or 5 easy ones pretty quick. And he's in for defensive purposes. Big boy, right?
Somebody's got to try to shut down Osiande and also Braswell. Braswell out of the game right now. Good defensive play by the Storm. Stripped that ball away. Maxwell. His shot's no good. Bigelow. Pass inside for Osiande. He gets the hoop in the arm. He'll head to the line.
Like Osiande, you don't even realize how tough that play was to get a three-point play on that. This kid's got some skills, talent, control, good hands. I mean, he's doing everything out here for his team.
Out of the University of Saskatchewan from Toronto. This is his first year as a pro.
Solid player.
Another Canadian player that's come in here and looks very comfortable playing the pro game. Bourdin will try for 3. And he misses the mark.
And Bourdin's a flat-out scorer, too. So if that went, could have scored about 16 in 2 minutes here.
Franklin, he'll stop, pop, drops it!
Boys!
And wow. Franklin session, another magic act from number 6.
We are up on our feet here in the booth. That was good for so many different reasons. Wow.
Watch it here.
He's getting fouled there. Steps back. Unbelievable. Gets fouled from behind, puts it in, and then his celebration from the ground. A fan favorite. Nice. Down there before the game. He's over. He's got 2 little kids up in his arms, saying hello to the fans. I mean, these young players, they really give a lot to the communities. We just love seeing them.
We've said it before. This guy was a 2-time MVP of the Drew League out of LA. Many say that he's the best player from Los Angeles, to come out of Los Angeles. And sound like a broken record. I say that at almost every broadcast, but that's pretty amazing. That's pretty heady praise from a lot of basketball experts.
I mean, just unreal.
Franklin with the shot, another 3-ball. And he is on fire.
I wonder if he's got a patent for that celebration. That's perfect.
It looks like, is it a bow and arrow? Is he shooting an arrow? That's what it looks like to me. I don't know. We have to ask him about that.
He might be putting his sword behind his head.
Oh, okay.
Clapping his bow. We'll see what it is. You guys let us know. Fans, let us know.
Yeah, let us know what this.
Is it a bow and arrow?
What, I think it's a bow and arrow. He's taking the arrow out and then
I love it.
Shooting it. Hey, whatever it is, it looks good.
Huh. Oh, he could be dabbing. Yes.
Is that what it is?
Maybe a funky type of dab.
Oh, okay.
That's good. He is playing great basketball right now. They've got to keep finding him and doing the work so he can get easy shots. Oh, look at this.
And Maxwell can't get that one to go for him.
Maxwell's getting good shots, and those will fall.
Here's Beatty. Takes it in, gets double teamed there. That's a tough shot, can't make it. Franklin pushes it up. Dyke Jr., nice play right there, and a follow-up by Breton.
Yeah, and that's going to get Breton going, and that's dangerous because explosive player that is just a flat-out scorer, very confident in himself and his abilities.
So we got a 40 game here.
Oh, my goodness,
good
Dyke.
Strip by Torrance. There's Dyke Jr. coming up with the strip, but he gets called for the foul.
That's impressive. Like, for basketball fans, you know, that kind of defense is really outstanding.
Shot from range by Braswell.
Oh, look out, open court session.
Franklin steps back.
Oh my, doesn't go this time.
Just missed it. Loose ball. And they're going to give it to the Storm. Coach Spahn says, are you kidding me?
If that would have went, he could have been looking at maybe even touching a 35 to 40 point game. I mean, that's the type of explosive offensive ability Session has.
Coach Spahn still arguing his case. Maxwell going against Beatty. Tough shot, can't make it.
He's going to want to get fouled there because there was a lot of contact in that drive. But I think the refs are doing a good job of calling it evenly both ways. I mean, they're a non-factor in this game.
Bigelow kicks it out. Story can't hit that one. And now Franklin wants to push it.
Oh,
Franklin Session into the paint. Bodiford got nailed, no call.
You're going to start to see some timeouts here if this goes down.
Here's Bodiford open for 3. Maxwell Skies gets that board. Torrance Dyke Jr.
calling an offensive foul.
Bumped by Beatty, and Beatty in disagreement.
That's an offensive foul, folks.
Oh, offensive foul.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Excuse me, yeah.
By Mr. Stalker, the veteran ref, Fredericton Halifax Connections.
Wow, I thought for sure that was going to be a call against Beatty. Coach Kendra talking to the referee and just swipes his hand in the air. He can't believe it. And, yeah, foul on Braswell.
I don't know if you saw before.
It's
Yeah.
Coach Kenrick.
He doesn't like it, no. I don't know if you saw before, a couple of possessions ago, somebody just got laid out.
Yeah,
on
that
a
looked like
screen.
Bodiford, I think.
Oh. That's how tough these young men are. Just laid out, gets back up, and keeps playing.
So Braswell played at the beginning of the season in the G League for Erie. 4-year pro. He's played everywhere, folks. Finland, Japan, Cyprus, Switzerland.
In the front row, not dabbing, that's out. Oh, thanks a lot for participating in the chat, everybody.
Oh, Beatty on a broken play. Lays it in. Excuse me, that's Breton with the deuce there. My apologies. Session inside pass. Torrance Dyke Jr.
They're passing the basketball today, folks. This is what some of the fans wanted, and they want to see basketball like this. Very well done by the Storm.
Storm by 2. 3:18 remaining in the second quarter. Bodiford scopes out the situation. He's got Braswell.
Oh,
there's a mismatch right there.
Look at this. They got to send a double team.
Bourdin is in there, and Bourdin fouls Braswell. So Cape Breton, they're going to take that every time they get it.
Well, you gave up 75 pounds
Yeah.
on that. And that's why teams in this league, they don't really like to switch on screens, and that's what Cape Breton does. They switch and they try to get that mismatch.
Quick inbounds for Braswell, and he trains that jumper. And he is a force in the Storm. They're going to have problems with him all night long.
Oh, nice take. Oh,
Drive. Torrance couldn't get the follow-up. Beatty pushes it up the court. Look at the moves by Beatty. Too strong off the glass. Bodiford tries it and misses. And now the Storm, they've got numbers the other way. Session behind the back pass. Maxwell wasn't expecting it.
Got to get back here.
Again, we got some run and gun basketball.
Big time open court basketball.
Bounce pass to Dyke Jr., and he's fouled by the big man Braswell. Wow, it was back and forth there for a bit.
This is a great game to watch. I hope the fans are entertained. Cape Breton, Charlottetown, United States, wherever you're watching. You can't tune away from this one because it's got everything in it. Oh, man. It's almost so fast you can't even commentate it.
Tell me about it. 44-44, 2:25 remaining. So Torrance Dyke Jr. at the line, misses the first shot. And he's been giving Coach Kendrick some valuable minutes coming off the bench this season.
And he's the type of player, Dyke Jr. is if you played basketball and you watch Dyke Jr., you're like, man, I want that guy on my team. He just does those little things, comes in, plays hard. All he really wants is his name to be pronounced right. And then after that, he's happy.
Yeah.
And saying hello to his mom, too.
Fade away by Story.
Story can score, and he's been playing very good basketball. So
Johnson. Oh, behind the back by Dyke Jr. Couldn't quite finish. Beatty over here, and that is number 9 getting that bucket, Jamal Reynolds, and now a timeout call. So 48-44 in favor of Cape Breton. And we're into that area again, Gord. Storm, they want to finish off strong before heading to the dressing room.
Yeah, and that's Reynolds with a big finish. He's an underrated player out of Toronto. I mean, he's only averaging 6.3, but he can come in and change the scope of the game. It's a 4-point lead, but I mean, doesn't it feel like that run's going to hurt? But it doesn't. Good timeout by Coach Kendrick. You got to get everybody settled in. Got to get them some oxygen because the pace of this game has been on fire.
It's gone up a couple of notches here in the last little while. Just another reminder once again, folks, get your tickets for Storm basketball from the Eastlink Center box office, 902-629-6625, 902-629-6625, or head on down to the Eastlink Center box office in person, 46 Kensington Road in Charlottetown. Box office hours, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday. Upcoming games, Monday, February the 9th, this upcoming Monday. It's Islander Day. It's a holiday here in the province. The Storm will take on Horace Warmley and the St. John Riptide. And then on Thursday, March the 1st, Halifax in town as the Storm, they'll look to shut down Antoine Mason and Billy White in that game. So 2 big games coming up for the Island Storm. That game on February the 19th, since it's a holiday, that'll be a 2 p.m. start Atlantic time, and then on Thursday that'll be a 7 p.m. start. The Storm and Halifax on March the 1st. So
yeah, it's going to be good. On Mondays, Islander Day here is awesome. Like you got to, there's Jack Frost in the city now, which is a kids
carnival
event,
yeah.
and it's just fantastic. This place will be rocking. Get out here. If you're going to stay home and watch it, people stay home. I'm going to say hello to Ann Story out there, who watches us every week.
And a foul on Chris Johnson. Good crowd too on hand here at the Eastling Center, and I would expect Monday, a holiday, there'll be an even better crowd.
Oh yeah, that's a really popular day to watch basketball.
Chris Johnson making the first at the charity strip. Free throw shooting, you don't have the stats, folks, but I get a sense it's a lot better.
You mean in this one game?
In this one game.
It is.
It seems to be a lot better.
We'll get you the stats at halftime.
Yeah.
I'm going to get to the stats for the season in a second.
1:32 remaining. Cape Breton by 2. Bigelow. Bodiford. Johnson trying to close him down. Beatty decides to shoot it.
Oh.
Offensive rebound for Cape Breton, and Bodiford again. He's been money this first half for Cape Breton. He drains that one from the corner. Back the other way, Dyke Jr., he replies. Pass that comes in for Story.
Yeah, so if you want some statistics from the Storm on a season percentage, they're shooting 63.3%. That's 10th.
Wow.
And that's we only have 10 teams in the league.
Teams in the league. That's last, right?
Yeah. Free throws made per game is their 7th. Free throws attempted is 4th. So definitely it can only go up.
Under a minute now in this first half. Here's Franklin weaving his magic once again.
Oh, you better bring the bow and arrow for that one.
He gets 2 and he'll head to the line, try to make it a 3-point play. Let's take a look at this.
Even the referee's pumped.
Look at the spin move and the control, Gordon.
And the spin at the end of on that ball with the touch. He doesn't have to bring out the bow and arrow. He can do it whenever he wants. Just talent. There's so much talent in this league.
Now, can the Storm get a good defensive play here? Foul on Bigelow.
I just hope we do it justice, because that could be shown on any highlight. That's good. And
he comes up with at least a half dozen plays in a game every time that we've done a game, at least, that I see and I go, how did he do that? He's so creative. I don't even think he knows how he does it.
No. It's a feel. He uses.
Tries it for 3. Hit the iron, loose ball, and it went off of Story. Now Tyler Scott's going to come in, see if they can utilize his shooting ability with 29.1 seconds remaining.
Try to run him off something.
Bounce pass to Franklin.
Bring him off a couple screens on this side.
Trying to get open into the paint for Johnson. Off the glass. 20 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Bigelow. Beatty doesn't like what he sees. They bring it back out high. Bodiford. Tyler Scott trying to defend him. Bodiford over top of Scott. Misses. They knock it out to Bigelow. He can't get that one, and That will do it for the first half. 53-51 for the Highlanders. Your take on what you saw in this first half?
It was an up and down basketball game with a lot of great individual plays. Cape Breton came in here and they played well. Island Storm hung in there, gave them enough chance to get some of their key guys going. And this second half, you better come back and watch this, because I think this could be one of the most explosive second halves of the season for both these teams.
So I hope you've been fairly entertained in this first half. We've got a good one on our hands here, folks. We'll take a break. We'll come back in about 15 minutes' time, give you third quarter action. 53-51, Cape Breton leading the Storm in this one. Back with more in just a bit. So welcome back, everybody. Getting ready for third quarter action. 53-51 lead for the Highlanders. Let's give you some stats here. For Cape Breton leading the way, you got Chris Braswell. He has 12 points, as does Bodiford. Bodiford was simply amazing. 4 of 9 from the field, 2 of 5 from three-point land. Braswell, as I mentioned, with 12 points. He's got 5 boards. And then you have Malik Story, 5 of 13 from the field for 12 points, 3 boards, 2 assists. For the Island Storm, guess who's leading the way? Take a guess.
Oh, I couldn't.
Well, it's
couldn't
an
get
easy
this.
one. It's Franklin Session. 19 points. I mean, Franklin 7 of 11 from the field, 3 of 6 from three-point range. So Franklin having a great game here for the Storm. Then you've got Devon Maxwell, 7 boards. Henry has 7 boards. And they have 11 and 5 points respectively. So those are some of the numbers there. Island Storm shooting, let's see if I can pick it out here. They are shooting 35.3% from the field. And Cape Breton shooting 40.4% from the field. As we're underway here. And that's Osiande at the line. This is the first one.
So the start of this, again, is going to be really important. Can't forget the magnitude of this game. So both teams have to get off to a quick start here. And
Osiande, he misses both of those. Both teams coming in here with identical 10 and 15 records. Maxwell gets it out. Henry for 3. And he knocks that one down with authority.
yeah, that's something you wouldn't have expected. But he's got the range to hit that.
You don't want him doing it too many times, though, in a game, I don't think. But
no, maybe you could take 2 or 3 shots and that's about it from there, unless he gets hot. So
that's Osiande with a nice move on Henry. Here's Tyler Scott. Off the mark. Henry couldn't get that offensive board. Story. Osiande. And he missed that one severely. The one thing that Coach Kendrick said today, we need to clean up on the offensive glass. How do you think they did in the first half in that regard?
There was definitely spurts. They gave up a few and they hurt them, but not too bad. Overall, I think that they did a better job of cleaning up together as a group.
Comes over here on the elbow for Story. And then the follow-up by Beatty.
Yeah, and you know, that troubles me more than anything is that outlet pass, that deep, long outlet pass. It's making me cringe if you're a Storm fan.
Nice touch there by Devon Maxwell as he drains that J.
So Cape Breton's trying to get it up the wings, and it's been hurting the Storm all night.
Beatty. Wow, Ty Beatty out of Benedict College. Spent 2 seasons in Moncton. Nice looking stroke there, 59-55.
He's just a good player. I really like him.
Hook shot by Maxwell, can't convert. Massey, turnaround jumper. Loose ball, and the Storm will bring it back up the court. Franklin is fouled, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, and again, that's super positive for Franklin, is to attack under control and get fouled, get to the foul line. Exactly what you need to do after you've had 19 points in the first half.
So Tyler Scott's going to come out of the game. Stringer will come back in. Session making the first of 2. And we talked about the free throw shooting in that first half being a lot better, and it was. Storm 5 of 7, or excuse me, no. 5 of 7 in the first quarter from the free throw line, 6 of 8 in the second quarter, shooting 73.3% from the charity stripe, and that's where you kind of want it at the very least. Henry, bounce pass for Johnson. Too strong.
Yeah, they did everything right there, didn't they?
Nice move by Beatty. Oh, that's magical. By number 8, Ty Beatty.
I mean, the Storm run a nice give and go, and just don't get it to fit. Look at this.
Oh, the alley from Maxwell and the oop by Henry. Inside for Massey. Little one-handed throwdown.
And your transition defense, that's what we're talking about. You need to go on that run. That little alley should have gotten you some momentum.
Off the window and in. Devon. Cape Breton by 3. And then a foul away from the bucket on Osiande. And he's going to have to check out of this game.
Yeah, he's going to be, that's at least 3, 4 maybe. Yeah, that's his fourth foul.
That's his 4th foul.
So, and he's been playing really good basketball.
And that's an offensive foul against the Storm? Yes, I guess it is.
And it's basically the same call they had on the other side. You know, rest like they want you to set good screens, and you can't get moving around on those screens, and they're gonna ding you. And both teams, you can see the offense starting to open up. Both teams are really really getting the ball deep. See that deep position?
Oh, nice move by Henry.
And I don't know, where the defense is gone. That could be a song, a country song.
I don't know where the defense is gone. Y'all. I'm going to put a y'all in there at the end.
We have some fun up here.
There's a foul against the Storm. You can tell I'm a big country fan, huh?
I can't stop laughing inside, Peter. Oh,
I didn't put enough twang in it either.
That was good.
I should have put a little bit more twang in it.
So the offense has exploded here. They only played four and change here, and I think there must be about 28 points up on the board since halftime.
Well, 66-62, so who knows what we'll see here. Both teams probably, if they keep this pace up, they'll definitely be, this will be a 200-point game combined.
Oh, boy.
Stringer, nice move.
Nice.
By the man from Mississippi. Try to get it inside. Loose ball. Henry stays with the process. Stringer. Here's Johnson. And bam!
And that
just like that.
See that reaction? That was a, oh, thank God. It's about time. It's, you know, because he's just been missing a little bit, but he can get hot. 17 points a game.
Story. Braswell trying to muscle his way in. He gets the hoop and the harm, and that gets everybody up on the bench of Cape Breton.
And that was, it was on Maxwell. Henry thought he got the foul. He's like, I didn't touch him. There's, we'll see here. Watch. There,
Ooh,
must have
yeah,
gotten
that's
him
a
there.
hack. That's a hack there. And for Devon, that's his second foul of the contest. And now we've got a 70-65 game in favor of Cape Breton. Henry thinking about it, decides not to.
See how that's defended? They're giving Frank Session everything he can get, everything he can handle right now.
Look at Frank, just trying to will his way to the bucket, and he is fouled.
And he's accepting that challenge, but that was great defense.
There were like 4 guys around him.
Oh. And they're saying, okay, you know what? You're going to go off for 19 on us. This is what you're going to get. And then Session comes back and says, bring it. I mean, everybody on this court, they're the type of kids that get together, and if they can compete on you know, flipping quarters, they're going to do it. You know, that's how they're set and their mindset is, and they have that same game within a game. I'm going to challenge you, come after me, and we're gonna see who's going to win at the end.
So 6:39 remaining in the third. These two teams will go at it again on February the 25th in Cape Breton at Center 200.
Yeah, I'm definitely tuning into that one.
Coach Kendrick shouting out some instructions. Oh, that's too easy, as that was Bigelow setting up Massey off the inbounds. Maxwell over for Johnson. Johnson, he's starting to feel it,
isn't he? I mean, that when he gets his feet set and he's not moving from left to right at all, that's going to go down.
Beatty left that short. Cape Breton get the ball back again. Story, Johnson trying to defend him. Missed that one. And Henry will give way to Devon Maxwell.
And that wasn't a great shot by Story.
Maxwell drives. That's a tough bucket. Little razzle-dazzle didn't work, but Cape Breton, they get the ball back. And they're going to call a travel.
Yeah, a double dribble.
Double dribble, excuse me. Yeah, on
too many hands on the basketball.
Number 5, Bigelow. So 5:39 remaining in the third quarter. Timeout called, 72-68 in favor of Cape Breton.
Brett Shaw McDonald saying, let's go Highlanders. Lisa asking, did Anderson get hurt? Oh, geez, that's a good question. I was thinking.
Okay, let's find out. We'll find out at least what's wrong with Anderson. We'll try to. Here's some of the work from Mr. Ty Beatty of Cape Breton, and one of a number of players that has looked good here for the Highlanders. And there you see that drive.
Yeah, I mean, he can do it all. Extend for range and get up, and he's on the glass, and he's just active, and his hands are everywhere. Definitely a team leader there. I've got time for this young man.
There you see that miss. He was right there to follow up. And this team has definitely been transformed with the new additions. They started the season off, as you see Beatty drive here, knifes through the defense. Started the season off with 7 rookies, and it was a case of general manager Tyrone Livingston. He said, hey, want to go with young guys. So Coach Spahn said, okay, we'll go with the young guys. Didn't work out. They transformed the team, retooled it, brought in some veterans, and it's made a world of difference.
Yeah. And Bigelow makes a big difference out there. He doesn't score very much. He only averages 6 points a game, but he's the kind of the engine. He's a crisp passer, puts the ball from a point guard where his guys can catch and shoot it, and really guards the other team's best player. So he's on session right now. So he does a lot. He does a lot of little things that the Cape Breton fans probably appreciate, but we appreciate too watching this game.
Definitely solid effort from 5. Whoever wins this game, they'll move into the final playoff spot in the Atlantic Division.
That's a dangerous pass.
Almost got picked off by Bigelow, and Session, he is fouled. Fouled against Bigelow.
His 4th foul.
And that's a little bit of an issue for Coach Spahn.
And you can see there's a sub coming in, but, you know, so right now it's a little bit of a chess match. Kim Kendrick's watching that and saying, okay, all right, so we got to open up the gates for. You'll see Session probably take a few more shots here if they can get in the ball.
Stringer, baseline spin move, and that pass too hot to handle for Devon Maxwell. Bodiford into the game, gets a touch. Here's Braswell. Let's see what Devon can do. Boy, he is a monster in that paint. Again, there's Braswell, and then tapped in.
Wow.
He is really hard to handle.
Yeah, and I mean, the Storm struggle a little bit with that.
Oh, nice pass by Session. Good vision to find Chris Johnson.
But the inside game has been unbelievable for Cape Breton.
Have you got to use a double team on him? I mean, I would think somebody's got to get help with 32, don't they?
Well, yeah, you've got to.
From the baseline, there's Bodiford shooting the lights out here tonight.
I'm hesitating because what you just said, like now he's on the perimeter. So he's penetrating, he's high post, he's low post, so. But yeah, something's got to be done.
Stringer thought about it, wide open. Devon missed that one, and Torrance Dyke Jr. follows up.
And there he is, the perfect teammate. Doing all the little things.
Real glue guy for this Storm team.
Oh, yeah.
Bodiford, Massey got up in the air, got a little bit of contact. He wanted a call, didn't get it, but he gets the bucket.
These athletes are competing today.
Here's Devon, drives, and Braswell defended that one very neatly.
And I think that's what you have to do with Braswell. You have to send Maxwell right at him.
So the Storm, they call a timeout. So this has been a good third quarter for the Highlanders. And they've got Bigelow in a little bit of foul trouble. They got Ondiasi. Oseande, excuse me, mispronounced his name there. He's in a bit of foul trouble, so they've had other people step up. And also you got to take into consideration Duke Mondi out of this game, suspended for a couple of games. So they're getting some minutes off the bench, and they're getting contributions from everybody, and that's resulted in an 81-72 lead here for Cape Breton.
Yeah, and it's in my mind. Look, we've played. How much time have we played here? We played 8 minutes of this, a little bit less. Look, they've scored 31. They've scored almost 30 points.
Yeah.
Highlanders on your home floor.
Yeah.
You can't allow that to happen in the third quarter when you're trying to make playoffs. So I'm watching this game and I'm like, no, something's not clicking. You can't give up that many points. You're going to give up a 50-point quarter here?
Yeah.
I mean, so I bring them in and say, this is a gut check time. I don't care what happens on the offensive end. You guys get your stuff together and you got to play defense. We have to protect this home court. The fans deserve it. So I don't know if they heard that, but.
Well, yeah, that's a lot of points to be giving up here in the. I mean, there's 3:39 left in the quarter, and boy, we're already at 81-72. So the Storm, they have to find some answers here.
You need to find your best defenders right now, and the Storm just have to buckle down and play defense first, and then your offense. Don't worry about your offense. You've got 12 talented guys in this team who could score the ball. I don't see that same 12 guys on the defensive end, and that's what's going to get you wins here. I just needed to get that out, Peter.
You're about ready to blow your top here.
Yeah, so I'm going to get calm now again.
It is a lot of points to be given up, and there's Franklin. He hits the 3 ball.
So I'm just watching defense here for the next 3 minutes.
Yeah, they need to get some stops. Braswell. Turnaround jumper. Loose ball. Stringer gets the rebound. He wants to run it. Stringer almost out of control.
There you go.
Maxwell drives. Nice pass for Dine.
There you go.
And he gets 2.
Score, stop, score. Okay, now you can get back into basketball games like that. Okay, I'm relaxed again.
Somebody get this man a cup of tea to calm him down.
Herbal.
Beatty against Johnson. Braswell wide open for 3. Boy, he does it inside. He does it outside.
Well, that's what you asked me. You're going to double team him, and I hesitated. I'm like, well,
yeah, because he's outside because he can shoot 3s, yeah.
But Maxwell fell asleep on the help side, and you can't do that with that man.
Stringer drains it. They need to get number 10 going a little bit, I think.
Yeah, they do. And some of the fans, we saw some of those comments, and they want to see such a great young man. You want to see him get going. It doesn't take him much. It's too much on the help sideline.
They swing it over for Story. Still a battle for it. Storm come down with it. Maxwell inadvertently hit Massey in the face, and Massey, he's a little ticked off. He wants to have a word with Maxwell. I don't think it was intentional. And somebody's got to rein in Massey. Maxwell is saying, hey, man, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, now Devon's got to be careful here as well, as he kind of put his hands on the referee.
Yeah, and the referees, man, they have done a good job in this game. They're trying to talk them through it. They're not only judges, but they're also social workers too at times. You know, they're keeping these guys calm.
Let's see what happens here. That's Massey.
There's the first push. Oh dear,
geez.
Man.
Yeah, that's a sharp elbow to the chops.
That's good camera work.
Wow.
Man.
Now, I don't know. Was that inadvertent or was that payback for something else? I don't know.
I'd rather talk about the free throws. But, I mean.
Hey, this is pro ball, so. And Franklin.
And that's a pro shot.
Downtown. That's a pro shot. No doubt about that.
Yeah. So just like that, they're back in this game. They did it with defense here.
Oh, that's Reynolds as he took that pass in the lane.
Oh, man, that was a nice play.
Gets the bucket, gets fouled, head to the line, try to make the three-point play.
And you see, Peter, you'll see the replay. Watch this. Ball's in the post, simple cut. Andre overcommits to the post. That's why you can't double team the post, especially with the entry pass ball. You cannot do that. So was it, you know, you work on that stuff, that doesn't happen. You got to stay with and trust each other. And that's what happens, is that he becomes now a good passer. Is that what the scouting report says? Shoot threes, post up, and pass the ball like that? Amazing. Technical foul.
And a technical against the Storm.
And he's got a... And there was contact on the play. You saw the camera work. It's just, those are ones that you have to say, you know, foul, the refs made the call. You have to coach that play. You have to make sure that that doesn't happen again. And that's what Kendrick will do.
And Kendrick trying to urge on his team from the sideline. Bodiford bobbles it. Trying to back down Franklin's session. Here's Beatty. He's had a whale of a game. You like this, D?
I'll tell you in a second.
Well, they did the best they could. That was a real good shot there from
Story. There was a part there where everybody did a good job, and then there was a little breakdown.
Stringer from, wow, that was from the bridge.
Starting to feel it again. That's the Stringer we know. This crowd's into it.
89-85, under a minute here in the third quarter. They get it to Bodiford. Inside for Reynolds, and he gets knocked down hard by Stringer, and a foul against Andre Stringer.
So that started chaos because there was a jump. The ball went up the left side in the 3 spot, and then an Island Storm player jumped at the offensive player sending 2. And that just puts chaos in the rest of your defense. And the Cape Breton Highlanders worked it around. And these are the type of things that just get in, do your job, trust each other, and you're going to get back in this game.
And Jamal Reynolds has given Coach Spahn some real good minutes off the bench out of Pickering, Ontario, another one of the great Canadians in this league.
Yeah, I really like him. He's going to have a great career and just does a lot of those little things that Cape Breton has. A few of those players just wants to work and play hard.
42.5 seconds remaining. Stringer, the catch, the shot. Session, he tried to bat it for a teammate. Bodiford, it goes off of his foot. And that's going to be Storm ball. Devon is complaining about something.
He's irate. He got held on that play.
Franklin. Stringer again. Iron and out.
And those are heat checks because Stringer, that's how he scores the basketball. So Storm don't mind that.
This is Beatty. Oh, that is nice. Sweet move by Ty Beatty. 10 seconds remaining now in this third quarter. 93-85 Highlanders. Stringer kicks it out. Bobbled by Maxwell. And just in the nick of time as the clock runs out. So 93-85 in favor of Cape Breton as we head towards the fourth quarter. And a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think of that Storm defense?
I think it's about a 1. Because listen, I'm sitting here and I am boiling inside because you just gave up 40 points. Okay, you multiply that by 4 and you got a 160-point game in the third quarter. So you went in halftime and talked about it, and you came up and stunk up a 40-point. So I mean, you got to get your defensive positioning, transitioning together. I talked about it in the first quarter, and I know they'll come out in the fourth quarter and do a better job, but it's difficult to give up 40 and win a game in the second half. You know, full compliments to Cape Breton following their game plan. They cut very well. They found the players that were hot, and they did a good job with their offense. But the Storm, each one of the players took time being out of position and jumping at different times instead of staying down and doing their job. No communication, and that's what happens. 40 goes on.
You see bucket there from Devon Maxwell, have another stellar game as he usually does. But yeah, I mean, defensively though, I mean, we did see it at times, but it's not consistent enough, is it?
No, it's not consistent because in the professional division, you have to follow that game plan. You have to be in help side. I saw there was lapses in the help side defense. Guys not rotating to help. Maybe a guy goes for a steal at the wrong time in a fast break. The ball's moving up the sideline too easily. So these are all things that your defense, you have to lean on it like it's your baby brother. Like that's all you have. And make sure that you come out here and that's it. I want to see 5 guys who want to play defense first. Offense, you can clearly see that the Storm, they also did put up 35 points. So it's not like their offense, there's nothing wrong with their offense, but at home, in a big, important game like this, if you can't trust your defense, you find yourself down 8.
Yeah, if you don't have any D, you're in big trouble. We'll see if they can provide some defense here in this fourth quarter. Just a reminder, folks, get Storm tickets from the Eastling Center box office at 902-629-6625. That's 902-629-6625. Next home game this Monday, Islander Day, February the 19th, as the Storm will take on St. John. So get your tickets or come on down to the Eastling Center box office at 46 Kensington Road here in Charlottetown. Box office hours, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. And just a reminder as well, Thursday, March the 1st, Halifax Hurricanes come to town. You'll get a chance to see Antoine Mason and Billy White. But right now, Storm, they got to try to get themselves back into this game. Down 93-85, plenty of time. Need to get some stops, though. They have possession here. Henry, his shot short. He gets his own rebound. Devon with a big-time hammer job.
Oh.
Devon Maxwell just made a statement, folks.
That
My
was
goodness.
sick.
Mamma mia. Let's see if that can get this Storm team going.
And great job by Henry keeping that ball alive on his miss to make sure Maxwell got that.
Beatty. Try to get it inside Henry there defensively.
Nice D.
They push it up. Maxwell, another one-hander. So Devon Maxwell has come out of here in the third quarter like a house on fire.
And Coach Spawn's already looking to his bench. He's not happy at all. But a steal is the best kind of defense you can imagine. There's almost another one.
So he's going to change things up here. He's going to bring back in Bigelow and also Oseande. They'll check back in. Look at this. Whoa, that was violent.
He can jump off 1 foot and 2 feet too. There's another stop.
Franklin. Kimeose has come back into the game. Henry, 8 on the shot clock. Into the lane. Franklin. Bodiford trying to defend him. Franklin hits the iron. Massey seems to be okay after taking that elbow from Devon Maxwell. Oh, no look pass. That was sweet. Braswell gave it to Massey. That's reminiscent of those no look passes from Magic Johnson back in the heyday.
You see how fast help side defense can fall apart.
Windowing in from Franklin, wants to come right back, gives Braswell a little stare down. He has something to say to him. So the intensity really picking up.
It is.
Boy, oh boy, there's 9:45 remaining. It's 95-91 in favor of the Highlanders.
Yeah, and they defended that cut well. The Highlanders run good stuff. Good attacking. They cut really well and follow their game plan.
Kimeose shot. Just misses. You would have liked to see something else there?
I think that at that time you want that ball to get moving around. You can't forget Maxwell just started out having 2 dunks. So even though you're facing a shot, you've got to try to find a way to get Maxwell the basketball. He's on fire. He had an emotional 3rd quarter. We saw that with whatever was going on. He's coming back, performing. Get him the basketball. So we'll see if they go to him right here.
Saw a look at shot of Coach Spahn, little look of concern on his face.
There he is.
There's Maxwell. He gets the touch, bobbles it, and loses it. Here's Beatty. He'll hold up a little bit, then decides to drive. Beatty. And he is knocked down, and he'll head to the charity stripe. And now that's Devon Maxwell. He got nicked up a little bit. It seems to be okay, though. He'll shake it off.
Yeah, and I mean that's what we just talked about. Then they got the ball to him, so they understand. They know what's going on. I mean, just got a little bit too quick on that penetration, tried to catch the defense sleeping, but that was a positive thing to do.
Beatty to the line.
Beatty is tough to stop. He is having a great game, and he did the same thing in here last year. Just does all the little things, professional, keeps his team in it.
Averaging 16.4 points per game, 7.1 rebounds per game. Shooting 39.7% from the field heading into this one. So Burdine gave Coach Kendrick some valuable minutes. He'll come out. And Torrance Dyke Jr. has come in for the Storm. Franklin. Baseline move. And they're going to say that he stepped out. Or no, they're going to say that he was fouled. Okay.
And there was no room. He jumped to keep himself in bounds. Amazing.
That's why I thought for sure that he had stepped out, but
he got screened by his own player.
Yeah.
And then he jumped out of bounds.
Here's Henry for 3. My goodness, that was from New Brunswick.
Like I said, he's good for 2 or 3. Hits his first one, let him go. Wow, that's a big basket for the Storm.
He's hit a couple of big threes here in the second half. Crossover dribble by Beatty, lost control. Osei has it. He'll slow the pace down just a tad. Kimeose, Bodiford in his face. Into the post for Dyke Jr. Oh, what a move by Torrance Dyke Jr. 97-96, 8:03 remaining in the 4th quarter. This could be one 150, 140 before it's all said and done. Oh, pass inside for Beatty, and he is fouled.
This game is definitely heating up. Storm getting in better positions on offense, and then Cape Breton attacking back. And I mean, it's going to be the Beatty show. He's got to be their go-to person right now.
I was just saying, this could be a 150, 145 game before we're all said and done. We still got 7:51 remaining in this contest.
Yeah. Well, I think the Storm had a little third quarter meltdown. So did I.
Yeah, you had a slight little meltdown.
But I'm better now.
You're better now?
I'm better now. Thanks, Peter.
Is the defense to your liking still not there?
It's getting there.
there.
That steal helped in the middle of that 2 minutes ago. You know, and I believe in this team. I know how they can play defense. I just want them to come together, and I want to scream it out at them, say, hey, work together, stay strong, and that's how you define yourself as a team.
They're down by 3. Maxwell in the post.
Oh,
turn around. Oh, wow. Banked it in off the glass and in for the deuce.
And that's what we're saying. Remember, you see the way he kind of put one hand on the. You heard it in the gym. Bang. He's ready to play this fourth quarter.
Bodiford. Maxwell looking for the steal. Backs off a bit. Bodiford shoots over top of him.
Oh, man.
That's a real nice stroke there by Farouk Bodiford.
That was deep.
Maxwell trying to spin on Beatty. He is fouled. And Devon will go to the line here. Or excuse me, no, he won't go to the line. Third foul of the game for Bodiford.
Bodiford again averaging 8.7 points per game.
Osei, fade away, and he gets that one to roll for him.
And they're isolating the post. We haven't seen the Storm do that much all season, and I like it. They're getting easier shots closer to the rim, and that's why they brought themselves back in this game.
That pass eludes Braswell.
Oh.
Henry, and he collides with Bigelow. And Bigelow and Braswell having a conversation. They got their wires crossed on that steal there by Henry.
Watch this defense, though. Even though he gets called for it, he doesn't bite for that. Man, that was a crazy defense. He's not going to get away with it this time, but I mean, because Henry was coming at him too fast.
Right.
But I mean, to be able to do that as a player, wow! I got time for this young man.
Antonio Bigelow probably has the most colorful shoes in the league. That one is in and out. And if I'm not mistaken, I think he makes a habit at home signing his shoes and giving them away every game. I could be wrong on that. Somebody was watching this game on social media. Correct me if I'm wrong. They need to take a look at the shoes.
Yeah.
Boy, you can see those from a mile away.
Oh, yeah, and he's more than just the shoes, too. He can play.
Yeah, he can play.
Deep post position again.
Here's Johnson.
And that's going to be a problem for Cape Breton, and Coach Spoon cannot allow that to keep happening.
Mid-range jumper by Johnson, 102 to 102. Getting into the nitty-gritty here of this one, folks. Been a great game here from the Eastlink Center in Charlottetown, and Bodiford is fouled.
Just if they decided to trap that, point guard picks up his dribble. That was good, but that's you don't want to pick up a foul there. You know, everything was good to that point.
So Meshach Lufile will come in. Devon Maxwell will get a breather. And I'm thinking 6 minutes remaining. He's not going to be sitting down for too long. And now a timeout has been called here, and both teams will chat some strategy. Let's show you some work from number 13, Agent 13, Devon Maxwell, at a Hampton University. And there's that jam there. And boy, he's just been Mr. Everything here in this contest for the Storm. See that long-range three, bank that one off the window and in. Getting it done, excuse me, in the post. Little hook shot, that's sweet. And is this one of the, this is the jumper. And he had a couple of those nice jams in that third quarter.
Yeah. And, the emotion, I like Maxwell because he used the emotion of that third quarter to really get him going. Do you see that right foot? That's called a drop step. He dropped that drop step and he gets. Oh.
There's the jam, one of the jams, as he looked over to his bench trying to inspire them. Explain this drop step.
So when he's going, he's got such length, but I've yet to see him use his power so much in this league. So watch this drop step here. He drop steps that right leg and gets it going towards the basket. That way he can swing his shoulders around and square his shoulders to the basket, and it's impossible for the defense to guard that. And I love that.
When I was talking to Coach Spahn, I said, who are the guys you're worried about? He goes, well, I'm worried about two guys. I'm worried about Devon Maxwell and Session. And then he goes, oh, yeah, by the way, I'm worried about Chris Johnson. Yeah. And you know what? I'm also worried. Yeah. I mean, he ended up naming 5 or 6 guys.
Yeah.
And he had a lot of praise for Coach Kendrick. Likes what he has done in his first year as a pro coach. Talked about Henry. A lot of respect and a lot of time, he said, for number 22. So,
yeah,
mutual admiration also between the two coaches. I know Coach Kendrick, he had some nice words to say about Coach Spahn earlier this morning when I had a chat with him.
That's good insight.
Bigelow lost it momentarily. Bodyford, he went down the lane, tried to feed Braswell. That didn't work out.
They did everything right until they turned it over. It was good offense, good movement.
Kimiose, he wants to go down the lane and lays it up.
And really, Cape Breton's defense is falling apart here. And you expect it because they're on the road. They're the road team. They're getting a little bit tired now. You got to keep grinding if you're Cape Breton here. Storm are exactly doing what they want to do.
Bigelow stopped, popped it, couldn't get it.
Need a good shot here.
Kimiose running things.
He's going to bring Sessions coming off the weak side, a couple. Here it comes.
9 on the shot clock. Here's Franklin.
Oh,
just missed.
Yeah. They ran through the play nicely. Got the shot they wanted.
Massey into the post for Bodyford. Braswell thought about it. Beatty, he wants to try his luck. No good. Offensive board by Franklin Session. Johnson, he wants a pick.
Yeah.
In the corner.
Look
Dyke
out.
Jr. going baseline. Inside for Meshach Lufile. Oh, that's some good passing there.
And the nice guy out of Cape Breton. Fans know this guy, and they love this guy when he played for CBU for many years. So that's Mr. Lufile there, causing the timeout with that 2 points.
Let's take a look at this. This was absolutely sweet. Look at Dyke Jr. Laid it on a platter for the big man, Meshach Lufile.
Yeah, took advantage of a bad closeout, put the ball on the floor once. That's called penetration and dumping, or penetration and, well, it's not really a pitch, it's a dump. But that's how you score easy baskets, and that will cause a timeout, and they cannot have that with 4 minutes left to go, Cape Breton, down the stretch.
4:15 remaining in regulation. Storm trying to snap a 4-game losing skid. They just have 1 win in the last 6 games. Meanwhile, this Cape Breton team, 5-5 in the last 10. And they want to redeem themselves for a real beatdown that they took at the hands of the Moncton Magic. And the Moncton Magic, boy, Joe Salerno's got that team playing some pretty good basketball.
Yeah, he's got the talent, he's got veteran experience and the scoring ability and shooters. And Aaron Richard, thanks a lot. Bigelow does sign his shoes and give them away after every game.
He does. That's what I thought.
She's a super fan.
Yeah. I read that somewhere or saw that somewhere, and he's got some snazzy shoes. Good look, and as you said, Gord, he can play. It's not all about looks.
Yeah.
He's a pretty good player. If you take another glance at those Nikes.
And Lisa helping out with the broadcast. Thanks a lot, Lisa, for all your comments and keeping everybody alive and well. Anybody watching in from the States, let us know. From the United States, who are you cheering for? Moms and dads. You probably don't have a YouTube account. You got to get a YouTube account, and then you can kind of talk to us.
Fans here at the East Link Center asking for some D. Let's see if they can get it. Nice drive by Massey as he knifed through the Storm D.
And that's a good job after a timeout to score. That's important for the Highlanders. It's the Storm's time to answer right now.
Franklin. Look at the moves by Franklin Session. And
2 shots, got it.
He's going to go to the line. And man, he can jitterbug like nobody else.
Well, I mean, the Mishak came up on his left side, and I was like, I don't think he likes to set people up going left, bring it back right once, a couple times left, right, and then it just keeps getting faster and faster. And then he's just gonna get you going right. Eventually, you're gonna fall down and fall like many other defenders have before.
Yeah. Franklin misses the second free throw, but I'm thinking that Tim Kendrick very pleased with what they've done from the charity stripe here this evening.
You're switching these screens, except for that one. You're switching guard-to-guard screens.
Floater by Massey, gets his own rebound, and this time he is fouled.
You got to think that's a big offense. You asked if offensive rebounds hurt the Storm to this point. Well, that one just did. So you make sure you got to have somebody come in on this lineup that can clean up the glass right there. And that's exactly what Tim Kendrick's making a sub.
Devon Maxwell's going to check back in.
And good minutes for Mishak there. He did what he could. Yeah, for sure.
And you got to remember, he had that high ankle sprain. I'm sure he's not 100%.
No, what happens is you think about the rehab in the ankle, but then it's hard to keep basketball condition. You're not running at this speed of this game is, their heart rate's up over 200. You know what that's like as a basketball, and to sustain that, it's unbelievably difficult. So he's going to take him a few weeks for sure.
He'll be needed down the stretch of this season. So
we got some people from Detroit, the Motor City watching.
Got that
Whitney, thanks a lot.
Got that brand new arena, Caesars Arena, where the Pistons and now the Red Wings are playing out of. They've really done a great job in Detroit. And
what?
Will that roll? No, it won't roll. Osei tries it again, and he is fouled. And he'll shoot 2.
Oh, wow. That thing rolled around and stayed up there.
Here it is right here.
And Kembe Osei, there was so much good about that drive. Technically, that was a fantastic penetration play right there. Had an isolation play, didn't move his body backwards, put the ball on the floor, momentum forward, going left, and went hard.
I was just finishing up my comment here. Whitney from Detroit, yeah, they've done a great job revitalizing the downtown. They got Little Caesars Arena down there where the Pistons and the Red Wings are playing out of. Done a fantastic job. I mean, you don't even recognize Detroit now.
Is that right?
With what they've done downtown. So Detroit City is back, folks. I think.
It is.
I think it's back.
I think it's definitely a hot spot. It's right across the river. I don't know if it's a river. It's a lake from Windsor.
And boy, we're up for a big finish here.
3 minutes.
Here's Massey. He wants some help here. Into Braswell. Devon trying to defend him. Devon doing a great job. Oh, no. Outstanding. Oh, and they lose the ball. And that's a shame after Devon Maxwell really holding his own there with Braswell.
And that's a scouting report, right? So offensive players trying to go right, tries to go right once, twice. When he brings him back to the left, they're not as strong.
Catch and shoot here. Another opportunity. Bodiford. He'll give way to Massey.
Got to stay down. Can't switch this.
Braswell coming in there.
Oh,
trying to
man.
lay a pick. And what's the
That's
call?
Soft.
What's the call?
I've never. They just saw body contact and they called it, but
what?
You can't. You gotta. It's going too fast. You gotta forget it. Right now, you defend for 14 here. Look at Maxwell moving his feet, trying to get front on that.
Story. Braswell had the ball on the rebound, then lost it. Devon coming back the other way. Too hard off the glass,
no.
and here's numbers back for Cape Breton. And an easy flush there for Beatty.
Wow, that was a 4-on-2. And they got the shot they wanted. It just came out funny and a really long tap rebound.
Storm by 1, 108, 107, 152 remaining in regulation. Osei. Oh, he got some contact. And he's going to shoot 3.
What a veteran play by a young player.
Take a look at it. This was really smart here, Gord. He got Beatty up in the air.
Yeah, and Beatty's like, no, yes. Oh. You just want to hide.
Nice. Gets the first of 3.
It's pretty quiet up here in the booth.
We've seen the trials and tribulations all season long from the charity stripe for the Storm team. Hopefully this will be a positive trend moving forward this game, the way they've shot their 3 throws.
So I think you'll see maybe we're in timeout season right now. So each team has, I think they'd have 2 timeouts left. There you go.
Coach Spahn is going over to the scores table to make sure.
If it goes in, timeout.
And he misses it.
So they'll play on. They'll save that timeout.
Storm by 3, 110-107. Down to the nitty-gritty in this one. Braswell coming up high. And a foul against the Storm?
Yeah, I mean, do they have a foul to give? Because what happens is Osei just stopped moving his feet and started to move with his hands. You can't really, unless they were trying to give a foul.
Braswell inside for Massey. Throws it down. 110-109. Johnson wide open from the elbow. That's in and out. Osei gets the rebound, and he'll take it back up high. Franklin. Gimme Osei. Johnson around the perimeter. He's going to try his luck at 3. Missed it. Tries to save it. And he's a little upset with himself. And maybe should not have made that shot or taken it.
It wasn't the shot. It's the technical defensive mistakes on the other end. You can't make those mistakes. You can't get yourself out of position. Look, they gave up a dunk with 1. They're up 3. You give up a dunk. I mean, there's a definitely, and I saw the mistake being made, and I was in my head, I'm like, no, don't do that. Okay, you got to stick together and just do your job. Stay in position. And these are the type of things where you start to see in these close games when you're watching the top teams like Halifax and, you know, whatever team like London. They are not making those technical mistakes. And you come back down, you get 2 shots at it, okay, great. But you want something attacking and going to the basket. Now we'll see if your defense is going to stand up under pressure here.
So 107 remaining. As you see the Storm getting some instructions here from Coach Kendrick. Next up for the Storm, they'll be home here on Monday, February the 19th, Islander Day. And they won't have an easy opponent in St. John. Then after that, February the 25th, they go to Cape Breton, head to Sydney, Center 200 take on the Highlanders in a return matchup, and then back home March the 1st against Halifax. As you take a little peek in there at the Cape Breton bench is Coach Spahn. Boy, he's had a real tough season. They've retooled the lineup.
Yeah.
And he's got these guys playing to the way he wants. Still feels there could be some room for improvement, but much better than what we saw at the beginning of the season. At the beginning of the season, the Storm got off to a great start, and now they've struggled here a little bit.
Yeah. And they're not playing bad. It's just those little things. Like, it's not that they have the talent. It's just the technical mistakes that I've been talking about throughout the game. They need to clean up. They need to watch this game over and clean those little things up. But, you know, that's the type of thing where you got to go on 3 positive things: score, stop, score, or stop, score, stop. So it becomes hyperly important for that right now.
Massey kicks it out. Beatty, nice fake. Little hook. And he is fouled.
That's a good free throw shooter, too. Nice play. They run it very well. Ball to the corner, and then you get corner penetration. That's really hard to stop.
.9 seconds remaining here in regulation. Storm lead by 1. And now we're tied at 110 apiece.
So you're going to get the ball back twice if you're the Storm. Are you going to call a timeout here? I think they'll let them play.
Fans trying to rattle Beatty here. I don't know if he even hears them. And he makes the second. So timeout called, and the Island Storm will talk things over. Now, your Coach Kendrick. Coach Kendrick having a couple of words with the referee. If you're Coach Kendrick, what's the modus operandi here?
You got to go back to either your scores, but off of a little bit of action. The ball has to move. You don't need a 3 because you're down 1. So you want to make sure you're going strong to the basket.
You want to run that clock a little bit too, right?
Not necessarily. You want to like 12 to 15 seconds here because you're down. It's a close game. You're going to get the ball back twice to Cape Breton's 1 typically.
Yeah.
So you got to shoot before about the 30-second mark. So that if Cape Breton comes down and runs at 24, you're going to get the ball back with 6 seconds left. So they have to keep, because it's getting loud in here, you have to make sure you're getting some penetration, hopefully going for a 3-point play. Get your best penetrators working. It's got to go to Maxwell or Frank Session. And forget the 3s for now. Get attacking, try to get a layup, because you can rebound a layup better than you can a 3-pointer. And if you're
Coach Spahn?
Yeah, you're gonna switch the screens if the Storm have any screens. You're gonna switch your guard screens and try to keep the person in front of you. Stay down on closeouts, and then just make sure that everybody does their job, and then rebound the ball and get the heck out of there.
So here we go. We're going to have a good finish in this one. Glad you can join us tonight. And big shout out to the Universum production crew for their work here. Some great replays once again. 53 seconds remaining. Kimiose. Stringer coming off a screen. Stringer. Baseline. A little too strong on that one. Beatty with a rebound.
You got to defend hard. You don't need to foul.
111, 110 for Cape Breton over the Island Storm.
See, the Storm will get the ball back with plenty of time. Just what we were talking about there.
Here's Massey. Braswell.
Oh,
2 on the shot clock.
Oh, it's possession error, Cape Breton.
So the
referees
will talk things over.
Did he call the jump ball before the shot clock went down? He's gonna put some time back on the clock. But they'll only get it with 1 second on the shot clock, right?
Yeah, that's
so. But if you get a shot up, you got to make sure that it's going to come clanging off. If it hits the bat, if it hits the
you better
rim,
get that rebound, right?
Yeah. So they've got to get a quick shot, hit the rim, and then try to rebound this.
Only 1 second on the shot clock.
You can't allow a backdoor screen.
Ooh.
Go.
And
you got to go.
Now Franklin Session
has lots of time.
13 seconds remaining.
It's the right guy to have the ball.
Franklin puts it up, missed it, and they can't get the rebound, and a foul on Beatty with 6.1 seconds remaining. And wow.
So in that play, you don't need a three, right? So you took a long distance shot. I thought he had a little bit of space. But listen, you're not out of this because you're going to get the ball back with 6 seconds left.
Clock is stopped, so.
Yeah. So you're going to be down 3 maximum. So now you got to start looking for a three on this next possession.
Beatty to the line. So 110, or excuse me, 112, 110 for Cape Breton.
So expect a timeout after this goes in. If it you could miss it, but not likely. Oh, missed it. You got to go.
4 seconds remaining. Johnson throws it up, and no foul on the play, and that's going to end it.
Oh, tough way to go down.
Wow, another close one for the Storm, and they lose by 2, 112 to 110. And boy, here you see Chris Johnson. He shakes his head.
Well, he
not from a lack of effort, though, Gord.
No, he wanted a foul on the play, and you can see the replay. Does he get? The defense moved out of the way. Yeah. So good defense by the Cape Breton come in and steals what could be a very important game in the standings come the end of the season.
Well, now the Cape Breton Highlanders, they move into that final playoff spot in the Atlantic Division. Take a look at the play right here.
Yeah, the defense.
You're not going to get that,
away.
I don't think.
No, it was good defense. I mean, the right job by Chris Johnson. Just some issues down the stretch that they'll watch the tape over and they'll clean those up, and they'll get ready for Islander Day when they play on Monday. Big game.
Yeah. So the final score here: 112-110. Highlanders over the Storm. Be with us on Monday, February the 19th, Islander Day, as the Island Storm, they'll take on the St. John Riptide. So on behalf of Gord McNeely and the entire Universum crew, I'm Peter Ruckgazer saying so long from Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island.